Happy afternoon to all. I, Sanjeev Nampalli, Principal of Fortune Butterfly Senior Secondary School and the Cluster Head of Himayat Nagar, welcome all cluster school principals, vice principals, coordinators and senior teachers for the webinar on analysis of MCQ type of question paper for Term 1 21-22 session. And for today's speakers for this webinar, Dr. Padmavati, Director and Principal of Fusion International School, and Mrs. Rajni, Director of Tejasvi Vidyaranya. Over to you, ma'am.
It's a wonderful afternoon. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you're audible.
Oh, very nice.
Please continue.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this Himayat Nagar cluster has been a very vibrant group. Everybody. Wherein some people get up in the morning only to read the messages in the group, to see that how the group is being taken forward. And there are stalwarts in this group who have been ex-HSSC members, who have been the chairpersons of this cluster. I came to know recently a small history, and I'm very happy to be associated with this August gathering, wherein we can contribute towards the learning. The first thing what I have to let you know is Mr. Sanjeev Nampalli, Dr. Sanjeev Nampalli is an excellent coordinator and is a good leader to see that such kind of innovative programs are being arranged for the benefit of other principals' schools. This is a very novel idea of one member of the cluster talking elaborately on a particular topic. Thank you so much, sir. You and Kasturi madam for initiating this dialogue, what we should say, and we don't call it a workshop or anything. Thank you, sir. The pleasure is mine being here. And thank you, Rajni ma'am, for being very cooperative with me. So many discussions have happened with her, because we both have come onto a common platform after some time, because we all knew that all the school principals and vice principals were aware of so many things. Then how to conduct such a session with them? Then we thought that there is a particular plan which should go on, and then there are others also who have indirectly contributed to this. Therefore, in order to find out and understand the recent assessment structure, we are in the recent assessment structure, there have been a lot of changes. How we are going to take forward the change is how we should check. Let me share my screen. Sir, the host has to enable me.
Now you can.
Excuse me, sir. Meanwhile, I request you to please mute everybody, because there are disturbances that are creeping in.
Please, there is a name with chairman. One name is there. Please mute, and all the members, request all the members to mute your mics.
Yeah. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this session? It's only that I have taken up a little earlier and started reading this program. These are the reforms. From 21-22 academic year onwards, we are going to have this kind of change in the assessment form, and it is no more an examination form. Examination is something where the child is examined, and it is assessment where the child recalls his work. Assess is at every point of time we are trying to assess the student for the benefit with the help of the feedback. The question paper and the answer scripts now remain only as a feedback session for the student as well as the teacher. Thank you, Himayat Nagar cluster. It's been wonderful to be associated with you all. Now, therefore, now you see a small picture which has been posted by the CBSE in their assessment reforms. Can someone please explain this picture and what is this happening in this picture? Hope this picture is visible to everybody.
Yes, it is visible.
What is this actually? What is this happening in this picture? Can someone volunteer to answer? Because this is an interactive type of contribution from my side. What are you observing here?
So one side they are listening to the class. So the other side self-study is going on.
One side the children are writing. Maybe let us call it as assessment because
Yes, assessment.
the children are being assessed and they are writing. Yeah, how do you see this? Sir, do you see left side and right side or do you see something else which you can draw attention here? This is not demarcated as left side and right side.
Okay, ma'am, may I?
Yeah, sure, why not?
No, there are two pictures in this screen what you have shared.
Yeah.
We have one half, one of the pictures shows where the students are taking an assessment, and this other one, it only shows where the students are listening. It is a teacher-centric class which is happening.
Yes, that is also right.
Writing, we don't know what she is doing, but the board is at the back. So it could be a video is being shown or there's some speaker who's speaking. This is my, whatever I can see in this picture, I'm telling you.
This picture is not bifurcated into two parts. This is a total classroom picture at the back, at the background, and you have an assessment in the foreground. Assessment is a part of the classroom dialogue, conversation, running which is happening. Do you all agree with this? Do you see that the assessment is a part of the whole class?
Yes, if you put it that way, you have the assessment which is coming up forward.
Yes, and it is a part. It is not bifurcated into two parts. The picture is not bifurcated because this is picture in picture.
Yeah, the assessment is embedded in the.
Yes, the whole summary of the assessment lies in this picture. Therefore, we have to see assessment as a part of the classroom curriculum, pedagogy and the learning ladder, but it is not excluded or it is not bifurcated from the total syllabus. This is a correct observation and this is my observation, whatever has happened. Therefore, here what I get to see is, of course, we all know that there is a continuation of board examinations for grades 10 and 12, and all the exams are being assessed from core capacities of the students or the core competencies of all the students, and there should be holistic learning and development. If you can note down these two words, core competencies and holistic development, this will come handy to you anytime when you can raise questions later on. Now, this is for the academic year. We have reached a 30% core competency questions in class 10 and 20% core competencies in class 2. The number is less in higher grades because the students are not trained to attempt more of core competency questions for class 12. Here the students are having less years to undergo core competency training for themselves. Now, therefore, when you see this Bloom's taxonomy, this is the recent Bloom's taxonomy, which you have remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. For now, remember questions and understand questions are merged up. Apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. These two form major components of every question. Evaluate, create will form the hearts of the question. They form the hearts of the question. Therefore, if a child remembers, then only the child can understand. If the child is not able to understand, if the child is not able to understand, the child cannot apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. However, The basis is to remember, definitely. Anyhow, the child knows the concept. Therefore, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create are the only concepts which are going to be assessed for the term 1 as well as for term 2. We can call remember and understanding as knowledge-based questions, and the rest all terminology stand. Therefore, when we have a remember question, we can call it as define, duplicate, list, memorize. Can anyone name one question which falls under the category of remember? Any small question, even if it is
Where does the sun rise?
Where does the sun rise? We all know that the sun rises in the east, isn't it? That's what. Then understand question has classify, describe. Then we can say, based on where does the sun rise, we can have a describe question. Can we have a describe question for that? Describe the sunrise. What's the question? How do you describe the sunrise?
Describe the scene of sunset or describe the sun coming going down.
Describe the sunrise. Yeah? Ma'am, I'm not able to hear you.
Describe the scene. Describe the scene.
Describe the setting. Describe anything which you describe. Anything which you can classify. How do you classify these as apples and these as mangoes? Isn't it? The children do understand that these are apples and mangoes, but how are they going to classify that? Yeah, when they are using this information to solve something, that is what we call as apply. We are going to apply the knowledge over here. Okay, we will definitely apply the knowledge over here, right? Sorry, the eraser is not working. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, teachers, please let me know any question which has solved, demonstrate or something like that. Yeah, any question with demonstrate, interpret, operate. Can we say what are the 4 mathematical operations which you can understand or use these mathematical operations? Can we say that? What are the questions which have in this category of using the information?
Ma'am, with relation to the question we put when where does the sun rise, if there is a demonstration where you take children out there and ask them to point which is the direction where the sun rises and where it sets, it's demonstration where children apply.
Yes, you have demonstrated. Can you interpret the directions when the sun rises? Isn't it? That's another question. Can you interpret the directions, geographical directions when the sun rises? That is what we call as interpret. Isn't it? We can interpret it. Come on. Sketch the 4 directions based on the sunrise. This is what we can apply because we know that the sun is rising. We know that the sun rises only in the east. Then we are now determining the directions, isn't it? Now then, when you analyze, now for example, north, south, east, west directions are given and the sun is given over there. Therefore, how can you analyze that which is the east? Can we analyze that way? Can we analyze when the sun picture is given and when you have when the sun is given and 4 directions are given, can we analyze which one is east, south, west, north? Yes, we can. Isn't it? We can analyze. Therefore, we are drawing connections. For example, if you have a relationship question, what is, your class 1, what do you have? What is your father's brother called? What is your father's sister called? That's a class 1 question we have, isn't it? Therefore, we are going to relate, compare and contrast the physical features of valleys and mountains. Have you all given that? I just have a question here. Do you all get to see the question papers before distributing the question papers to the teachers for invigilation? Do you wet the question papers, teachers? Do you do the wetting? Wetting means do you check the question papers before finalizing them?
Yes, ma'am.
You do, right? Okay, then these questions will be easy for you all. Yeah, now you have. Therefore, if you are evaluating, judge that this is the yeast in this picture. Judge, tell me how you are going to tell whether it is whether this part of this diagram is the yeast or not. Therefore, that means we have to remember the directions, we have to understand the directions, we have to apply it. See, when the sun is rising, then this is the north, this is the south, this is the east. We have to analyze where is the sun. The sun is in the exact place or not. Then only you can evaluate whether that particular direction is east or not. Then you have to create. You have to develop. You have to see, draw a particular scenery and mark the directions. Draw any particular scenery with the sun rising and mark directions. You can't always say that the sun should be in the front. The sun can also be at the back when we are having pictures, right? This is how we have remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Now I have, all of you must be having your question paper with you, isn't it? Just to check 3 questions based on the phrases here and the summary as to whether the question belongs to apply, analyze, evaluate, or create, or remember. You must be having your question papers with you, isn't it? All of you must be having question papers with you all. Do you have? For what is that question and how did you come to that conclusion? Let us do this. Yes, someone, should I call out the names of the participants otherwise? I told you all to keep one question paper with you all, if you don't mind. Shall I call her name? Durga Prasad, Chinmaya Vidyalaya. Sir, hello. Do you have a question paper? Do you have
Yes,
do you have a question paper? Will you read a question, sir, and let us all identify to which category it belongs to?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question?
Yeah. Differentiate between clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer.
Fantastic. Therefore, differentiating falls under which category of the question, sir? In this Bloom's taxonomy, it is there in front of you.
Yes, ma'am. They have to
understanding, madam. Understanding it is, madam.
Yes.
It is understanding category, madam. I am Biplab Chatterjee.
Sir, differentiate is in
Analysis, ma'am.
You are analyzing.
You are analyzing
How?
and then you are representing.
Yes,
What is clinical thermometer becomes what question, teacher, principal? Let me call you all teachers because so used to it. Huh? We like that word also. Yes, what is clinical thermometer?
Remember.
Yes, recalling, recall, madam.
Recalling, that is remember.
Recalling.
Describe thermometer. Describe
Understand, ma'am.
Where do you use clinical thermometer?
Apply.
What's the difference between clinical thermometer and the lab thermometer?
Analyze.
How do you build up? Do you like using? How can you? What are the characteristics of a clinical thermometer? What are the characteristics of a clinical thermometer?
Evaluate. Evaluate.
Understand,
Oh.
no classify.
What? What are the characteristics? You are only remembering and understanding.
Understanding, ma'am. Understanding.
Right? Okay. Can you build the clinical thermometer? That comes under which question? Can you build?
Create, ma'am. Create.
Because you are designing.
Are you all clear with the concept here? Later on,
Yes,
again and again, you are. Thank you so much. Now, this is a point here. Yeah. Biogas is formed in the, now come on, under what category does it fall? Biogas is formed in the. Did you already know this and you still remember, or as I have told you, remember and understanding only fall under the category of knowledge question.
So knowledge based. It is knowledge based.
It is knowledgeable, ma'am. We have to recollect, remember.
Yes. What's the definition of photosynthesis? What's the definition of photosynthesis?
It is also knowledge based. Remember.
Knowledge based. See, that's why I have written here. It is remember question.
Excuse me, Mr. Sat.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
It's okay. Now I'm audible,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Continue.
Okay, therefore, if you have this question, now understanding question. How to understand question? Explain the process of photosynthesis. Identify the conditions required for photosynthesis. These are understand questions. Now, one of you again, take one question and try to classify. One of you. Take one question and classify. Azimunisa ma'am, how are you?
Yes, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
क्वेश्चन ले लीजिए और हमें पढ़ाइए कि कौन से कैटेगरी में लगता
Yeah,
है.
explain comes under understanding. Explain the structure of plant cell or animal cell we can give.
Yes. Therefore, when you yourself check whether the question is falling in the remembering understanding, it is considered quite easy. When the section is falling under apply and analyze, it falls under mediocre. Evaluate and create, that is hard questions are difficult questions. Now you should be in a position, please note down, this is your homework, that you have to analyze your question paper, whether it is prepared easy, medium or difficult. How many questions are there in remember, understand? How many questions are there in apply, analyze, evaluate, create? With that, you will come to know whether the questions are from, whether your question paper is easy, mediocre or difficult. You can't give everything, evaluate and create question and feel good that you have given the toughest paper on the earth, isn't it? Children have to write at the end of the day, right? Now, therefore, when you are going to give the children understand question, the child will be confident that he can reproduce the answer. Okay, therefore that comes under easy. Now, if Ravi is consuming curd yogurt for lunch, which trophic level in a food chain he should account. 1 minute. In a food chain, he should be considered as occupying. Is it see, your knowledge is there, you are understanding everything, and now you are applying it. Okay, this is a quick brush up of your Bloom's taxonomy. That's actually a different module in total. Now you are analyzing. See, biogas is better fuel than animal dung cake. Which is better word you are comparing, isn't it? You are comparing between better fuel than animal dung cake, right? Therefore, this is how you are supposed to understand what is an evaluation question. 1 minute, why doesn't it go? Yeah, it's an evaluation question. Effective segregation of waste at the point of generation is very important. Select the appropriate statements giving the importance of waste segregation.
Padmavati ma'am, your screen is not being shared.
Okay, 1 minute. I have shared your screen sharing. Okay, I'll stop the screen and I will share again. Is this okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me go back then.
And ma'am, some background noise is coming. Just check.
Not from me, huh?
No, from you only. From you only. Just check your headphones once.
Now okay.
Now okay.
Oh, yes, sir. AC and
No,
something
AC
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now okay.
Okay. Therefore, effective segregation of waste. See, look at the verb here. You are segregating in order to analyze everything. And how are we going to select the appropriate statements? We are evaluating the scenario here. Isn't it, teachers? We are going to evaluate here. To which category? Sorry, principal. To which category does this question belong to? Let me ask one of you. To which category does this question belong to? What are we doing here? Maths teachers in the group?
Ma'am, we are recalling, ma'am.
Oh, sure. You are no. The zeros of the quadratic recalling is done, finished. You have understood.
It is applying, ma'am.
What are you applying?
We're applying the knowledge or the understanding what we have gained, and then we are solving the numerical.
You are
Yes,
solving
ma'am.
the
Completely.
numerical. Where does the word solve come? Look in your Bloom's taxonomy. Yesterday I have sent you something.
Apply, ma'am. It is apply.
You are applying, right? You are
Yes,
applying. Yes. Create a tagline, slogan, catchphrase for the poem. You are creating the tagline. You are creating the tagline for the poem what you are writing, isn't it? Yeah. Next one. Now,
You have your work. We need to use the
are you all sure of Bloom's taxonomy verbs and questions? Is that okay with you all?
Yes.
It has to be read and reread again. Reread. It is not that we finish off now. We have to go through again and again to have a strong hold. One who does not have a strong hold on Bloom's taxonomy question, prepare a number of questions. Check whether what you have prepared falls under which category of Bloom's taxonomy. Okay? Now, therefore, all of us talk about learning outcome. Now you all decide and tell me under which category this learning outcome falls in Bloom's taxonomy. Relationship, connections.
It is analysis.
It is going to analyze.
Analyze, ma'am.
Your relationship, connections, compare, contrast. That means in this Bloom's taxonomy, is it falling under easy question or medium question or difficult question?
Difficult.
It's a higher order one, so it goes to a difficult level because it's a. Even you can say it as a medium because your hot starts from analysis itself.
Hot, madam. Now hot starts only from evaluation. We have gone a grade late.
So then it will go to difficult level.
This is apply and analyze. I told you that this is easy, this is medium, evaluate, create is difficult. If relationship is falling under apply and analyze, that means it should be a mediocre question for the student. That is the analysis of the CBSE. Now let us see differentiate material falls under which category? Analyze, ma'am.
Analyze.
That is how take care of the verbs and you can prepare the question paper. Explain.
Understanding.
Explain the separation of gases.
Understanding.
Explain how is freezing. Explain what are the diseases and how you can prevent. Now, this is the poem, what it is written here. And this is the question. Let me see under which category does this question fall.
Easy question.
This is a choose the one that Frost drew upon in all likelihood for this poem. Understanding.
Analyze question.
Analyze the total
analysis. It is analysis question.
It is given as an analysis question. One more. Read the above paragraph and write your opinion. Under which category does it fall? Write your opinion about the
understanding.
Opinion. You are creating an opinion, sir.
It is created.
Yes.
It is again analysis.
You have understood the question. You are able to analyze that character also, and you are evaluating the positives and negatives, and then you are writing your opinion. Isn't it? Sir and all principals, it is not a day's job. You have to read this minimum 50 times. 50 times. Then only you will understand what is Bloom's taxonomy. If you don't understand Bloom's taxonomy, it will be very difficult to frame the question paper. Now design a project to upcycle and recycle your waste material.
Again, creativity. ma'am.
Creator, isn't it? Yeah. After see, that's how the Bloom's taxonomy went on. After various deliberations over the assessments to be conducted by CBSE, CBSE has thought so many times about how the examination should be conducted, not for the sake of COVID, but for the sake of pushing the children into holistic education as well as having them into global perspective, pushing them in, having them in under global radar. We cannot feel very happy that you have written any exam with respect to India and Indian curriculum. We should be able to allow our students take the international curriculum. That is what we are supposed to focus on, the learning outcome, and we are supposed to check on assessing the stipulated learning outcome. Here, I would like to focus on two things. What is learning objective and what is learning outcome? Can anybody answer? I will feel happy if anyone answers. What is learning objective and what is learning outcome?
The learning objective is the pre-decided notion what the teacher has while preparing for the class. And learning outcome is the student response what he or she gets after the classroom transaction.
Fantastic. So nice, ma'am.
Yeah, another way also, Mrs. Padmavati, what we can put it over here is learning objectives is for the teacher to plan.
Yes,
learning outcome is a product.
That's the right answer.
Almost like you put it in chemistry, you have the reactants and the product.
Yes.
Before starting the class, it is the learning objective. End of the class, it is learning outcome.
Yes. Learning outcomes here, whatever you do, they will not be finished within a while. Learning outcomes can be broken down to form various learning objectives. That's the difference between learning objectives and learning outcomes. This one, if we are clear, principles, it is only for the flow of the lesson and also for the continuity of the lesson. I'm trying to put all the facts so that we all can recall and don't miss out on anything what is being shared on the screen. Therefore, now you have the following terms were considered by CBSE, Bloom's taxonomy, what we have finished. It is the learning outcomes, and all of us should be aware of all the learning outcomes. Take all the learning outcomes from classes 6 to 10 in a particular order. 6 to 10 in a particular order. See the gradation of the topic. Gradation of the topic. If you are seeing the gradation of the topic, you should be able to inform the student how the topic is being taken forward. Therefore, we will always talk about the core competencies and the holistic development. Of course, this assessment test should be for the future-driven scenarios. Of course, we have technology-driven. Technology-driven is not of great importance now because everyone has to work with technology. Now, this is an ubiquitous thing, isn't it? Therefore, what is that we are going in this general guideline? We have to make internal assessment, project work, very, very important. The term 1 MCQs will be of 90 minutes, 1.5 minute for 1 mark question, and there is no half a mark question over there. That means how many questions are there, maths teachers?
60 questions, ma'am.
60 questions are there. Fantastic, ma'am. Appreciated. What term 1? We are not talking about term 2 now. Term 2 is altogether a different story. Therefore, why MCQs are given for assessing the child? This I have done thorough reading and I have read various articles since so many days and come to a conclusion that it is checking on the reading comprehension of the child, degree of reliability of achieving the learning outcome. That is, every time whenever we are giving them an essay type of answer, the essay type of answer, they can write something and manage to get more than 50% of the marks. If a child is attempting 1 mark question, we will give them at least a half a mark for having attempted. This is either 1 or a 0 for an MCQ. The child has to come out with sure short answers for writing this MCQ question. Now, learning outcomes are the only things which are assessed. Achieving the learning outcome. Otherwise, the student will not be able to write down. Now, what are plausible distractors which you have? And what is the validity of the questions? And what's the confidence of the child in answering a question? This is what we call MCQs. This is why CBSE has given MCQs for assessing the child. Now, what are plausible distractors? Plausible distractors means, for example, you have A, B, C, D are answers. If B is the correct answer, A, C, D can only be eliminated if the child has achieved the learning outcome. Otherwise, the child will be confused.
Yeah, Padmavati ma'am, can I disturb you for a minute?
Not at all, ma'am. Chappandi.
Yeah, you are from a biology background?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we do have biology people over here. I have this question with me.
Never mind, I can answer.
There's this question which says DDT it's there in one of the MCQs, also in a sample book. DDT was accidentally added to a lake. Which animals living in it will be most affected? And the choices what they have given is the plants living in it, the fishes living in it, the birds flying near the lake, and the fourth option was man. And I'm telling you verbatim.
Fourth option was?
Man.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So because when I'm looking at this, the MCQ which is used to assess the child, where you said the first one is reading comprehension, the next one is degree of reliability of achieving the learning outcome, to arrive at the right option from the plausible distractors.
Yeah.
So this question, I don't know, this is how I perceive it. There are some distractors over here.
Yeah.
So because we have a learning gathering here.
Madam, everybody take it for granted that there are plausible distractors. Means the answers will be quite confusing if the child has not achieved the learning outcome.
I know. I want one of the biology background principals to give me the answer.
Yeah.
Which one could it be?
Madam, first thing is, any comprehension given on top over there, there should be a
No, this is an MCQ only. This is an MCQ question.
MCQ.
And it only starts like this. DDT was accidentally added to a lake. Which organisms living in it
therefore
would
madam
be most affected?
I know. DDT is something. DDT is an oil, isn't it?
Yes. DDT has a large scale impact on living organisms.
Yes. DDT is an oil.
Yes. And this is from biological magnification ecosystem. This is a question from the topic ecosystem in class 10.
Jayashree, I feel that it is just to confuse the children.
Madam.
Padmavati ma'am, one minute, ma'am. If you look at the question, it says which animals living in it. Man does not live in it. Birds do not live in it. So the answer could either be fishes or plants.
The answer is fishes.
Yeah.
Because plants are the primary producers, and plants are the producers, and the primary consumers are the fish. After the fish, there are no other consumers in the lake.
So in it is probably the one that the children have to look
no,
out
I
for.
was looking at the choices given as the distractors, like the birds flying near it, and then you have the man. These two choices which have been given are the distractors. This is how I was viewing it. So I just raised it since we are talking about MCQ, and then we have so many principals who are from a science background. I said, okay, let me
Madam
discuss
Asalu,
this question.
we are not supposed to use the word confusing, because learning outcome is achieved, then only the child will be able to answer the question. Because the child has to be confident in the approach. The child should be able to eliminate the plausible distractors. Plausible distractors mean those which are close in approach, but they are not suitable to be the answers. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely correct. No, what you are saying is absolutely true. What my argument is only this, like when such a question is given and students are correct, but the teacher's understanding is something else, that is where the problem comes. Yes.
Madam, it should not be like that.
I do agree. No, since it's a learned gathering, so I thought let me discuss this. I'm only discussing because we are in a group over here.
Yes, ma'am, that is true. Yeah.
Madam, excuse me, madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, I'm Biplab Chatterjee. Madam, can I say something about this? Hello, madam.
Yeah, sure, sir. Why not?
Yes, madam. I'm Biplab Chatterjee.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yes, madam. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
Madam has said one of the question in biology. I am a physics teacher. Certainly, I feel certain sometime some questions like asking a question, an objective question, have different various multiple choice. Like, what is the phenomena? What phenomena is behind a rainbow formation? So there will be different options. But there is a term called internal reflection and total internal reflection. When the textbook considers total internal reflection, but which is not actually total internal reflection concept. But in the textbook itself, is a total internal reflection is given, but the right answer would be internal reflection. If a physics teacher is available here, they can ask. So such questions are there, madam. Very few are like that, which is not only confusing the material may be the one reason, and but I also think some questions are like that which are not having exact answers in the material or
all the questions must be having unambiguous item stamps, plausible distractors, high quality and relevant stimulus and items only, devoid of any bias.
At that time, what should we do, madam? At that time, actually, because we have some internal perception, internal thinking, and the answer would not match to our idea, or which is not correct also sometime. Please, can you suggest some idea, madam? What can we do at that time?
If the answer is different and what is given in the textbook is different.
Yes, madam.
Sir, textbook rules at that time.
Okay, madam.
Yeah. Therefore, we have all been talking about core competencies every time. We all know what are core competencies. But once again, to revise what are core competencies, we can have thinking under one category. That is creative thinking, critical thinking, and communication. Now, critical thinking, creative thinking. First is critical thinking. Next comes is creative thinking. Then we have communication. How you are having an opinion. How do you opine on a particular concept? Personal and social skills. That is positive personal identity, personal awareness and responsibility, social awareness and responsibility. These skills are called core competencies. This everybody should remember. Whenever you are giving a question, either it should fall on the creative critical thinking, or it will not intersect with Bloom's taxonomy. It should fall into communication. It should fall in personal and social category. These are called core competencies. Normally we talk about core competencies, but quickly going through what are core competencies, thinking critically on a particular item, or particular concept, and we are writing the right answer, communication. Are we checking on the spelling? Are we checking on the expression? Or are we checking on the opinion given? Personal and social responsibility. Now the question which Jayashree ma'am has brought forward, that comes under social awareness and responsibility, that you are not supposed to throw plastic, DDT somewhere. Even such an incident happens, it has to be rectified to protect the flora and fauna segment, isn't it? Therefore, this category of question you should remember. Whenever a question is posed, it should fall under a core competency category and also under holistic development. Body, mind, emotions, and spirit. Now, we all know what is body, mind, and emotions, and throwing a little more light on spirit. Spirit means how are we handling ourselves? Body is handling our physical body, eating right with less salt, less salt, less oil, less sugar. But the spirit, whatever we have, is compassion, what we are talking about. We are talking about consideration, emotion, personal, and the person with whom you are collaborating. Spirit is compassion, controlling the emotion and knowing yourself in a better way and reacting responsibly in particular situation is called the spiritual intellect of a particular person. Therefore, what we should remember, one is core competencies. This is what the CBSE tells. One is core competencies, another one is holistic development along with mind, body, emotions and spirit. Now there are specific guidelines which are given. All of us should know that 20 to 25% of questions are given extra in every section. But we should also remember that the first number of questions only will be marked and taken up by the OMR sheet. If there are 25 questions given and only 20 questions have to be answered, the first marked 20 questions only will be taken into consideration. The rest of the question, that means they can't take a choice of question number 25 over 20. Everything done in serial order will only be taken into consideration. This is what Joseph Emmanuel also has brought into life. 20% case-based questions and 10% questions will be taken for class 12. Therefore, now for term 1, we have knowing, that is knowledge, applying and analyzing questions over here. The knowing questions will come, say 50%. 50% of the understanding questions. In that 50% also 30, 10, 10, which are easy. You have to recall with difficulty. We have to recall with a little force on the mind, on the brain. Applying questions are 30% and the reasoning questions are 20%. Reasoning go under analysis question. If you put term 1, remember, understand, apply, analyze. These are the questions which are going to be given. Now the next one. These are not my lines. Mine is red pen.
Padmavati ma'am, can you please go back to the previous slide once?
Somebody please clean. If you have by mistake written something, please clear that. I'm not able to clear it. Yeah, tapan. Tapan ma'am. Done.
Chal.
Tiskunnara.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for your information ahead, we are having remember, understand, apply, analyze is now. Apply, analyze, evaluate, create only for term 2. Therefore, better be careful when we are discussing with the children. Let us put the thought process of having an evaluate and they create questions also with them. Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am. May I disturb you for a few minutes?
Either. Yeah, ma'am. Why not?
They have mentioned even letter writing in English.
Yeah.
So even that aspect is also under MCQs?
Madam, sample paper comes on the 15th of August.
Okay, ma'am.
We have to discuss only on 15th of August.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
1 minute. Let me see. I can't use my pen again. 1 minute. Can't I use my pen? Okay, Naman, shall I continue anyhow?
Yeah, ma'am.
Please continue.
Shall I stop sharing and go again?
Just try once.
Yeah, I know. I will. I'll share again.
Yeah, you don't want anybody to write anything also, you can disable annotation.
I know, ma'am, but I don't know. Again, I have to go to the settings part of it. Yeah, it's okay now. This is fine. Yeah. Now again, that is for all of you. Please take a note of this. Science, math, and social science. You have knowing, applying, and reasoning. It's only up to analysis part of it. Okay. Now you see languages here. In this languages, we have assessment objectives being given. Right? In this also, look here. Everything is embedded. Reading the literature textbooks, grammar, everything is embedded only here. Now, where does the ability come? Where does the skill come? Ability to locate information. Where does it come in the Bloom's taxonomy? Locating the information.
Knowledge, understanding.
Knowledge and understanding it.
Understanding.
Right? Demonstrate.
Apply.
Demonstrate is apply. Ability to infer, reflect, and evaluate.
Analyze.
Again, it is 50%, 30%, and 30% question. Everything, whatever you see, is depicted holistically here. It is not given that you have an unseen passage separately, literature textbook separately. Here I have to throw light on this assessment structure, what we have. That in these languages, if a passage is given, from that passage, you are going to get grammar questions, you are going to get summary questions, ability questions, demonstrate questions, everything is going to be asked from those, from the paragraph. The textbook vocabulary is being utilized, but how much of questions from the textbook do repeat and come? Ayo, somebody is writing again and again. Please, ma'am, I lose my focus. Okay, now, if you have, if any...
Padmavati madam, sorry to interrupt. You go to settings and annotation will be there, that you disable.
Okay, ma'am. Am I there in the meeting? Okay, yeah, I'm there, right? Okay. Stop sharing. Go to settings. Sir, మీరే చేయాలి. ఎక్కడుంది నాకు సెట్టింగ్స్ కనిపించట్లేదే.
Ma'am, they will be there in the more option.
Okay. In apps it is there. Some apps are being downloaded. No,
Ma'am, in the Zoom meeting window only down, ma'am.
Meeting window. Down. No, I have mute. I have mic symbol, stop video symbol, participant chat.
In part.
Okay. In the
settings will be there, ma'am, beside. If you are a host, it will be there, ma'am.
I am not a host.
Ma'am, if you will be made co-host, I think it would be better.
Yes, minute.
Sanjeev, you can disable that.
संजीव सर, आप एक बार चेक कर लीजिए.
I am doing that.
Is it worth your time, principals? Is that okay? Am I clear?
Yes, absolutely. Our time. There's so much of discussion happening.
Yes, ma'am.
Unnecessary distraction from the main agenda.
Ma'am, please you go ahead. Meanwhile, I'll do the.
మీరు రజనీ మ్యామ్ ఏం చెప్తుందో అనుకుంటున్నారు. రజనీ మేడం ఇంకోటి ఉంది వేరేది, దట్స్ వెరీ ఇంట్రికెట్ వాట్ షీ హాస్ ప్రిపేర్డ్. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి ఫ్రమ్ బిగినింగ్ కాదండి బాబు, ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టైం, ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ స్లైడ్ ఐ షుడ్ రైట్. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Screen is visible, ma'am. You can just enlarge the screen.
F5.
Full screen, ma'am.
Full screen చేసుకోండి మీరు. Yeah.
Show some current slide.
I'm in slide 29 now. Yeah. This is what we are talking about. Completely, we are supposed to locate the information, demonstrate it, infer, reflect, and evaluate. You're not going to get questions separately under this. Everything is embedded into this. Those students who are weak will be able to do all the 50% of the question. That means 50% of the question paper is going to be easy. And the rest of the 50% question, you will only students who are good at will be able to write. And the rest of the good, excellent children, these are approaching, meeting, and exceeding students who will be able to do this. Therefore, OMR sheets, give the children a few OMR sheets, and let us see how they are going to do. And there is no negative marking. That's a fantastic thing over here. We have simple MCQs, complex MCQs, and assertion reasoning. Yes. Now we have simple multiple choice question item with one. This is called item stem. That is called item stem, and you have 4 options. Obviously, one of the answers is correct, and the rest of the 3 are plausible distractors. That means if the child is able to understand the learning outcome, the child will be able to do. Now, A, B, C, D. Every question you give, your principals have to focus on one thing, that I am telling you all the ideal conditions what CBSE has given in the circular, and then later on how much of it we will do it and how much we don't do, it depends on us. Here look at the logic and the flow. It is in the increasing order of the length of the words given here. See, smoke is a small word, dust particles, lead compounds, and sulfur dioxide. Here D is the right answer. Now plausible distractors are put in a logical order. Size of the plausible distractors is taken into consideration. There is a core competency in this. There is a holistic development in this. The content, the core competency, is it thinking, communication, or personal awareness? Can someone tell me? Is it thinking, or is there an opinion, or is it personal awareness question?
Thinking.
Thinking, ma'am.
Is it creative thinking or critical thinking?
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. Clap hands for yourself, ma'am. Wonderful job. Clap hands for yourself. Nobody will clap for us. We'll have to clap for ourselves. Therefore, the skill incorporated is multiple choice question. They are supposed to have a holistic. What is the holistic development you see? Is it mind, body, or it is the passion? Is it spirit, or is it, what is that 4th one? Mind, body, soul, and
Emotion.
It's emotion. What is that which is happening in this question?
Mind, ma'am. Mind.
Isn't it? It is the thinking. We are using our mind here. Therefore, remember, one is the core competency which has to be answered. Another one is holistic development. It has to match with the Bloom's taxonomy, and you should have a skill associated with it. Now, under what category of Bloom's taxonomy does it fall?
Critical.
Critical thinking. It's evaluating, isn't it? Are you not evaluating?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is how it is being given. Now here look at the stem. The stem is not at all meaningful. Which of the following is a true statement? That's how the better stem is supposed to be like this. This is called stem, I told you. What characteristic is relatively constant in mitochondrial genomes across species? The same thing has been reordered. Now come on, under what Bloom's taxonomy does it fall? सब लोगों के लिए यही रट्टा मारना है, हाँ? Under what Bloom's taxonomy? Because there are also vice principals, and I think principals, vice principals, who are the pillars, coordinators,
Analyze, apply,
of the organization. Yeah.
Analyze and apply.
Relatively constant in mitochondrial. Relatively is analyze, right? Connection, right?
Yes.
Core competency, thinking, communication. Is it thinking?
Yes, thinking.
Yes. Holistic development. Are we taking care of the mind or the body or the emotions or the passion around you people?
Mind.
About the mind again. I must have picked up questions like this, but we will definitely have all sorts of questions in the examination with a percentage allotted for, with a percentage of questions allotted for every skill. Yeah. Now look at the stem here. It is self-explanatory. What is a pendulum is also given here. What will happen to the period of the pendulum if the mass of the sphere is doubled? Come on, again Bloom's core competency, holistic.
Yes.
అన్నీ చెప్పేసుకుంటూ పోవాలి.
Core competence.
What's the core competency here?
What will happen to the period of
Yeah. In the Bloom's taxonomy, where are we?
Evaluate.
We are evaluating. Fantastic. Parledu. All are so good, so nice, isn't it? And look at the logic here. It will increase, it will decrease, it will remain unchanged. Look at the increase in the length of the plausible distractors and the answers. Now, it will increase, it will decrease. Both of them have same number of alphabets in the phrase. In the sentence, it will increase, it will decrease. It will increase is a positive statement that has to be put first. It will decrease is a negative statement. It has to be put second only. The child shouldn't hear a negative statement first. The child, whether the answer is right or wrong, the child should hear all positive things in your answers and the plausible distractors. Agreed? Yes. Question contains all the relevant material. Even if the child is absent for this lesson, the child should know that the pendulum is something where a sphere is hanging from a string. He must have read it in the PK, previous knowledge, whatever it is, the child must have read this. Isn't it? What is it? 4:15. Therefore, did you focus on this length of these words and the positivity of the question? Everything is being given here. The positive distractor, plausible distractor is again arranged in the logical order of increasing length. See, look at this multiple choice question. Which of the following best describes? Here there is more than one correct answer, but you are supposed to give the best answer for this. Jayashri ma'am, are you a biology teacher? Jayashri ma'am, no. Any biology teacher here?
Yes ma'am. Which of the
Option A. Option A is the correct answer.
Option A is the correct answer. There is a logic followed. The number of words are decreased from, because you want to give A as the answer, the logic is it has to follow the number of words logic also. It has to be placed like this. There is one more answer which might also be correct if you don't give the word best over here. You're emphasizing on the word best in the stem of the question, and the 4 plausible options, plausible distractors, what you are going to have here. 1 stem, 4 options, 3 plausible distractors. The comprehension plays a very good role here. If the child skips the word the best, then the child can't answer. Maybe he will give an answer B or C or D. I too don't know which one is the right answer here. Okay, now if we are, such kind of answers need not be given to the children, because there is a fill up the blank in between, and these answers have proper order. This is mitochondria and chloroplast. 1 minute, I erased there, na? Golgi bodies. Here, this one I have picked up from somewhere else. Probably that is the reason why logic is not followed here. I picked up from the internet. Maybe there should be an order in the Golgi bodies, mitochondria, and the ribosome. I am not aware of it. The logic should be followed when the question is given to this. Here, in addition to the nucleus, look at the key words which are to be focused here. Now here. Now what is the logic followed here? Can someone guess and explain? First one is carbohydrates, fats and oils, protein, water. Student, ide order lo unda? Unda? Carbohydrates, fats, protein, water. Does it have an order? And it's a diagrammatic question, pictorial question. Visual skills are also tested over here. Visual skills are also tested over here. Again, it is carbohydrates, fats and oils, proteins, and water. This is the logic which is followed here. It has to be like this only.
As we are moving from A to D, we are seeing that carbohydrate is decreasing.
That is there. That is your analysis and the answer will come.
Yes,
but how are you preparing the question paper? You're preparing the question paper in a particular order. C, F, P, W has to follow a particular order. Everywhere C has to come first, fats and oils, then protein, and then water. Look, C, F, P, W, it is in the alphabetical order. Everything, whatever you do, should carry a method. There is core competency over here. There is holisticness. The academics are tested in the holisticness. And one more thing, until now, whatever questions you have seen, you have not given either all of the above or none of the above question. They might not appear in the all of the above and none of the above questions will not appear because it is easy for the children to guess. There is no easy mark for the child because the syllabus is very less, and there are negative stems also which are toned in a positive way, and then the core competencies they are to address. The learning outcomes have to be achieved. It has to be holistic. Don't ask me if it is practical or not. Therefore, arrangement of the question stem and logic behind the question which is arranged. This is very, 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 very important. And there shouldn't be a heterogeneous content. Heterogeneous content means, look at this, by increasing the percentage of cholesterol molecules in the membrane, phospholipids, phospholipids, phospholipids. Come on, what's the correct answer even if you are not a biology student? A is the correct answer, right? Because all these three are phospholipids and A is cholesterol molecules. Then A should be the correct answer. Such obvious answers are called heterogeneous content answers and they will not be given in the examination. Therefore, we already have gone through the learning objectives and learning outcomes. This is what we have, a complex multiple choice. Again, it should follow a particular order. Now look at 3. Look at these options, plausible distractor. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 4, 1, 2 and 3. Did you see the order? It is not given 1 and 4 first, then 1, 2, 3, then 2, 3. It should have a method and a logic so that we get the right proper answer from the student without troubling the student. The focus is always on the learning outcome and whether the learning outcome is achieved or not. By the way, before we forget, under what Bloom's taxonomy does this question come? Ayyo, Devda.
It's only recall, ma'am.
Knowledge, ma'am. Knowledge.
Knowledge question. Which of the following? Now look at this. This is the mind mapping question, a root question. Earlier question is an MCQ question. This one is a diagrammatic question, flowchart question. Every question, one skill will be asked. Which of the following route is being taken by a pollen tube after pollination of the flower? This is a diagrammatic flowchart question. That is the skill observed over here. Now, look at this plausible distractor. A and R. Good. A and R are given. First, true is being given over here. It is not given both A and R are false or whatever it is. It is given both A are true and R is the correct explanation of A. This is given by the board itself. This question, I have started analyzing how come they have gone to a conclusion like this. Therefore, I found the answer about the positivity. Both A and R are true. A and R are true, but this is not the correct explanation. It is false. A is, see, again you follow plus minus category, isn't it? For those who know maths, plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, minus plus, see like that. A is false, always came last, remember. This is how you are supposed to follow the preparation of the question paper. Therefore, higher order thinking skills, mostly evaluate and create questions, use the core competencies. More than one level of Bloom's taxonomy in one question might also appear for the HOTS question. HOTS question is the last 30, 20 and 20%, 50, 30, 20, right? Yeah, 50, 30, 20, the 20% questions, they will have multiple Bloom's taxonomy in them. A case-based question, this is all what we can answer with the case-based question. They also follow the same plausible distractors, same linked items, same stem connections, everything remains the same. Very thoroughly, all the coordinators, my honest appeal is that you all have to be thorough with the Bloom's taxonomy. You should be able to relate within a fraction of a second under which category the question falls. Then only you can decide whether a question is falling under easy category, the middle category, or the top category. This is all from my side. Any questions? So many, huh?
Ma'am, you said only first 20 should be, they take only first 20. Suppose the child skips and 19, till 19 he did and he skipped to 21 or 22nd. So will it be counted?
Yes, ma'am. The first appearing 20 questions only will be considered. Okay. 20 questions are marked on the OMR sheet, right?
Yeah.
The first appeared 20 questions will be considered. The child has to write holistically, keeping the mind, body, soul and emotions together and answer the question. That is what the whole.
Ma'am, in OMR sheet, when after a child has completed his OMR sheet, it will be submitted like entire answer submission, no ma'am. It will not be reflecting like whether the child has started with this or that.
Padmavati ma'am, I have a query.
Japan.
I think even if the child answers, only 20 questions will be evaluated. That is my understanding.
Madam,
not only first 20, only 20 questions will be evaluated.
Madam, if I am not wrong,
it's absolutely right. First 20 questions that are answered will be evaluated. So it can run into the 30, the 20th question can be between 20 to 30, it doesn't matter. So it means the first 20 questions which have been answered will be evaluated.
The child can start from number 4 and answer the middle question. There is no harm in that.
No, what Azimanisa means to speak is, we do not know if the child is answering in OMR sheet, we do not know in what order he has answered.
Order doesn't matter, madam. Final picture is important.
So that is what ultimately we are answering only. We are evaluating only 1 to 20 questions.
Yes. Whether the question is from starting, if the child is attempting second question, fifth question, 6, 7, 8,
So
9, 10.
either the child should answer or leave. It is not that he should answer later. But I think we need to bring that point to the student.
We have to groom the students regarding that. The first appearing 20 questions only will be evaluated.
So, ma'am, like if a child answers first question, then skips second and third question, and then goes through the fourth question. Like if there are 25 questions in the question paper, likewise in between, the child
He can. Continuous, not consecutive. Consecutive is different. Continuous is different. Continuously, if the child answers, it goes. He need not answer consecutively.
Okay, so the child has to first read the questions, decide which one he is going to answer, and then answer 20 questions. Is it like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Am I clear or any?
Yes.
Am I clear in my presentation or anywhere? Is it having any ambiguity?
It's clear, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Padmavati ma'am, this is Ramanjula.
చెప్పండి మ్యామ్.
Ma'am, ఇంకొక్కసారి just if you can repeat it, ma'am.
ఏంటి?
But this 1 to 20 questions need to be answered.
All those who have doubt, write down 1 to 25.
Ma'am, this is somewhat, good afternoon, ma'am. This is somewhat like NEET pattern what they have introduced right now.
Madam, I'm not aware of NEET.
Yeah, multiple choice, best to 20. If the child is sure about it, only he is supposed to answer, ma'am. First to 20 will be considered. So that awareness we are supposed to bring in the students, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All of you, have you written 1 to 25? Mark any 20?
Ma'am, none of the above.
20? Mark more than 20. Let me see.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
None of the above, all of the above, this type of questions will be asked or will not be asked?
May not be asked. Madam, I'm not the authenticated CBSE person to give an information. May not be asked is what I have read the questions voraciously throughout and so many articles. Because they do not assess the correct learning outcome of the child. The child will be anyhow marking the answer, because even if 2 are correct, then all of the above is the answer, isn't it? That's the reason why they might not give.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, ma'am. I have a query.
Yes.
Ma'am, in English, we usually have this gap filling questions wherein blanks are there in the question. And you showed in the presentation that the questions with blanks are not included.
That was a science question, right?
Okay. So in English, we can include. In English, questions with blanks are included.
Yes. We will wait for the sample paper, madam. This is an overall view without a sample paper. If the sample paper consists of gaps in between, you will have gaps in between. The sample paper doesn't consist any gaps in between, you will not have any gaps in between.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, in a passage, even grammar is included. It means there is no separate questions for grammar. Only
yes,
through.
Ma'am. To me, when I've heard about the webinar, Rajini ma'am, isn't it? There is no separate grammar question look like, isn't it? Case studies, ivve unnai.
Whatever slide you have shown, in that it is very clearly mentioned that grammar questions are also included in the same paragraph.
We will not have any separate questions.
Grammar still exists.
Embedded.
Exists, yes, but
embedded knowledge.
It's not in a separate section.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we might run out of time if you can further follow. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all for having taken up your time to attend this session, and it's a revision for me also. It's a reflection. Rajini ma'am, over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. My session is mostly continuation to Padmavati ma'am's session. And I'm very thankful to all of you for your time. I know this is nothing new. The information exists everywhere. It is only the way we look at the information and understand and analyze. So this is something that we had brainstormed with each other so that some of your time will be saved, and we will be in a position to bring in something on the table. So today I am planning to take up only science specific assessment reforms. Most of it is already spoken by Padmavati ma'am. So to save the time, I will just run through the slides but do not give you any explanation. But then when it comes to the science analysis, what I did is, I have taken the sample question paper published by CBSE and identified how the question is framed. And mostly I have taken up CBSE reforms, CBSE, the case study type of question. And if required, we can go ahead and have a discussion with the MCQ questions of last year's sample question paper as well. So let us move on. Please excuse me, I think there is some issue with my PPT. I'll just reshare it. Yeah. So as per the CBSE, the latest webinars, the first thing which I would like to bring your notice to is the top priority needs to be given to bridging the learning gaps caused due to closure of schools. And for classes 3, 5 and 8, the National Achievement Survey will be conducted by the board. The survey will be, that is an examination. It will be conducted in the month of September by the board, and based on that result, remedial activities will be planned for the schools. So it is not a child who is being assessed, it is the school and the general achievement of learning outcomes by the school. Later on, we will move on to the examination reforms. This already Padmavati ma'am has covered. The assessment is to promote learning, and we will give more importance to FAs rather than summative assessments. And then no rote memorization, only concept testing, and then more focus on holistic development. Arts questions will be given focus. And textbooks, this is very important. I would like to bring your notice to this statement. Textbooks only provide direction. Students should be motivated to expand their learning beyond textbooks. So we cannot, recently when the sample question paper was released, I was the first one to raise question, so and so word is not there anywhere in the textbook, how can that be given? Okay, but then yes, after attending these webinars and all, I understood that CBSE's focus has moved beyond the textbooks. So we should be prepared, and we should make our children also prepared.
Excuse me, ma'am. Beyond the textbook means to what level?
You can stick on to the learning outcomes. Okay, but you need to go beyond the textbook. That means when you are teaching about a particular topic, based on that particular topic, you can exceed in the concept.
To what level? Exceed to the concept to what level?
See, I will give you one example. The latest sample question paper speaks of, has a question which says a higher hydrocarbon formula is given. What is the products formed when it is burned in the presence of oxygen? Okay, nowhere that particular hydrocarbon was mentioned in the textbook, but it is very clearly mentioned that hydrocarbons, when burnt in oxygen, gives carbon dioxide and water. So they have to apply that knowledge. You should make them understand that what is hydrocarbon, what happens when it burns, and identify when they see that. Okay, when we move on to the specific question, specific discussion, I will cover that also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so this is something which Padmavati ma'am has already given. So I will not repeat it. The test should be designed. So all questions should be designed to assess core competencies and holistic development also. And there will be 20 to 25% choice. Questions will be graded based on the order of attempting. And case-based questions, 20% for 10th and 10% for 12th. In one place, it is given as 30% and 20%. So we will go by the latest information that we will get from the board. Okay, so MCQs should be clear, unambiguous. Plausible distractions should be given, and then should be identified, and high quality and relevant stimulus should be present in the item stem, and then it should be devoid of any bias. 4 types of MCQs may be possible. Actually, they will be given. First is simple, which has a direct question with only one correct option. Mostly knowledge and understanding type of questions will be given here. And in complex MCQs, we can have more than one correct option or sequencing of items, etc. So applying and analyzing types of questions will be the complex MCQs. Assertion reasoning types of questions, analyzing and evaluating type of questions mostly. And then case study based MCQs. They will be framed based on a narrative, an article, a data, or a visual. So it can be a graph, a table, or anything. So these are the various resources that are available in the website, which are very useful for us to understand the assessment framework. One assessment framework handbook we had already discussed in our meeting. And then there is one teacher energized resource manual. CBSE again and again is mentioning, and even NEP mentions that the level of students in India will be raised to PISA. So this is something that is given according to the PISA methodology. Okay, and then the question bank, term-wise curriculum, and there is one more scientific literacy handbook, which extensively discusses about how questions can be framed, how
Religion is in mind, culture is the method.
Pardon me? Any doubt?
No, ma'am, you continue.
May I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, how do we integrate core competencies in science? Again, this is also what is a core competency? Padmavati ma'am has already explained to you. Communication, thinking, and personal and social awareness. So, share and develop ideas, acquire, interpret, and present information, plan, collaborate, and review, explain, account, or reflect on experiences. So all these form communication. And then creative thinking and critical thinking from the thinking part of it, and personal and social, personal awareness, contribution to society, tolerance, care for environment, social responsibility, etc. So how these will be incorporated into a question? When CBSE says value-based question or integrating core competencies in the questions, how are they doing it? So trying to understand this particular point, I analyzed the sample question paper given by the CBSE. So before moving on to that, we will have a look at the information that is passed on to us through various circulars and curriculum manuals. This is the science assessment plan. Okay, 46% of knowledge and understanding, 22% of application of knowledge and concepts, and 32% analyze, evaluate, and create. That is POTS type of questions. Okay, so mostly, as I told you earlier, here we may have simple MCQs. Application of knowledge and concepts, we may have complex MCQs, and the analyze, evaluation, creation part will be POTS. It can be assertion reasoning type or the case study based. So I tried to analyze what is the relevance of that assessment framework. It is more or less matching the curriculum manual page that is given. Only thing is that demonstrate, understand, and knowledge is being given 46% weightage this year. So this is one question, as I told you, one question which I tried to analyze. This after discussion, I am hopeful that you will have a better understanding of how to make question paper and how to prepare our students for this type of an assessment pattern. So this one, a picture is given, a small paragraph, and then substance not likely to contain calcium carbonate is the question. So here the plausible distractors, answer is gypsum. Okay, seashells marble statue is given in the textbook. Gypsum is given in the textbook, which is calcium sulfate. Okay, only one dolomite is not there in the textbook. Child should not get stuck there. I haven't learned anywhere about this dolomite. What is it? So if he moves on to the next options, he will easily understand what to mark. And this is a simple MCQ. So there is no option of two different answers also. So we need to teach children how to handle this kind of questions. Okay. So here critical thinking, applying text, how did they correlate it to core competencies? It has critical thinking part of it. Text has to be applied to the general information, textbook information to be applied with general information, and then applying various techniques of answering, interpersonal skills like creating awareness of the environment and society. Okay, and then instead of rote learning, we will be moving them towards a better way of understanding and application. Okay, the second question, this is one question, second part of it, 1.2. It has a graphical representation. Child has to analyze the graph and answer. Okay, so basically the core competencies are critical thinking skills here. How to analyze the graph, apply and inference the data. In question number 1.3, there are two things that child already knows. Gas A is obtained very important for biochemical processes which occurs in the presence of sunlight. So two informations are already there with them. How to connect them? One, calcium carbonate is heated, and another, the gas is very much useful for photosynthesis. Okay, so what is the process which is used for that is photosynthesis. So how to analyze this? This is a hot type of question because they are obtaining the answer in 2 or 3 steps. One, the first step being in the first 1.1 question, and then this. Okay, so this way I feel that HOTS question do not appear in a separate section. Every question has a part of everything. So we cannot say that earlier we used to have 1 mark question, 2 mark question, and so on. But it is not like that. One question will be divided into various subparts. Each subpart can be of different difficulty levels, and they may have different ways of analyzing the questions and answering them. Okay, again similarly here, the concept begins in class 8. They can't forget the class 8 concept. Children have to be told that foundation not to be forgotten, and then they have to apply whatever they had learned earlier to present year's syllabus and find the answer. Okay, and then the interpersonal skill, again here it is environmental issues. When you have a look at other questions in the sample question paper, in one of the questions it is the self-care which is given importance. In another one it is the critical thinking skills which are given importance, like that. So till now we have discussed 1 to 1.1 to 1.5 questions. Most of the lesson 1 in the textbook is assessed in this question. The type of reaction, photosynthesis, chemical names, analysis of data, what are the redox reactions, and so on. And then core competencies, the variety of different difficulty levels, and then they are able to comprehend what is in the first paragraph, analyze it to the graph or the paragraph, that is a picture that is given, interpret and answer. So the reading comprehension part of the MCQ also is taken care of. So here the sample question paper which is given in the previous year, if we can take that and analyze the question bank or the questions, each of the MCQs, we can arrive at some Bloom's taxonomy level, as well as the core competencies and holistic approach. I would also like you to see 1 or 2 documents that I have referred, especially the I will share this PPT. The last one, which is Handbook of Science, Scientific Literacy, where it is a connection with PISA type of assessment is given. It is very, very important. A complete section on, are you able to see the handbook?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now,
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You have not shared, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the handbook which is available in 2019-20 handbooks in CBSE website. Okay, it has one full section of assessment. It gives a complete understanding of how MCQs have to be prepared, and accordingly we will also understand how to prepare our students for those questions also. So I did not yeah. Are you able to see the index of the book? Handbook on Scientific Literacy for Teachers. Table of content. It has what is the theoretical aspects of all science education. Okay, what are the effective transactional strategies? And then the sample test items on scientific literacy. How to map PISA style test items with NCERT curriculum. Very important chapter. Assessment as a tool. And then how you can make your assessment effective and effective to assess the learning outcomes in a proper manner, which does not create stress to the students, and which also analyzes, which also brings out their learning outcomes perfectly, and at the same time it will be the realistic, the reliable, valid and valid assessment. That is what the CBSE is focusing on. So thank you. If you have any doubts, I am ready to answer. And another thing, based on the time, I was prepared to discuss about the question bank MCQs also. So, but because time is not there, I am not doing that. In case you have any doubt regarding this, I am ready to answer now or later also. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and thank you Padmavati ma'am for all the support throughout the preparation as well as suggesting
the collaboration,
resource
joint
material.
effort.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, wonderfully done, Padmavati ma'am and Rajni ma'am.
Thank you.
Rajni ma'am, I just have one small correction. In first one, National Achievement Survey exam will be conducted in the month of November. So as you are planning to share that PPT, you can make that correction and share it.
Okay ma'am, sure.
Yeah.
I will just check once again.
It is given as September. It will be done in the month of November.
Okay.
But all the other resources are excellent.
Thank
you.
Ma'am.
Any doubts, you all can ping me on my personal window if at all you have anything where you got stuck or something like that. Thank you.
It is
nice
preparing
that
our children for this academic year 21-22, no?
Yes.
Okay. Sanjeev sir, are you there? Sanjeev sir, good evening. Are you there?
No, sir will not be there.
Okay.
Ma'am, please continue. I am in another webinar. Please
I do understand.
Yeah,
I do understand, sir.
At the end,
taking
please
over
send
from
me.
here.
Yeah, please send the message so that I will end the meeting. Please.
Sure, sir. Just
Please
vote of
continue.
thanks now. Vote of thanks now, sir. Thank you so much. I think after attending today's session, I think we don't need to, attend other webinars. We are so self-sufficient. I felt so. To tell you frankly, I want to show you something. I don't know whether it is clear or not. My diary is full. I had been making notes and I had been, I think I'm always a learner, and until and unless I learn from others, I'm not complete. And even as Padma ma'am said, that once or twice, if you read about Bloom's taxonomy and you try to implement, it is not enough. At least you have to read it 50 times, 60 times, and you have to keep implementing it. You're right, ma'am. We are still learners. At least I am a learner till date. And Rajni, ma'am, a wonderful presentation. And I always felt the way questions were thrown and you both were answering and taking the questions, awesome. So much of patience, so much of, compassion. One thing I understood that we have to keep in mind the key way of working is core competency, holistic learning, and yes, we have to take Bloom's taxonomy in our DNAs. It should be a part of our DNA now, and we have to keep on implementing it. And anywhere, if we are into trouble, if we don't understand how to move ahead, our leaders are there. Padma ma'am is there, Rajni ma'am is there, Lalita is there. So we know whom to fall back upon. I'm so proud of my cluster. We are a team, we are a cluster where we are all self-sufficient and ready to help each other. I'm so grateful to God. Thank you so much, dear Rajni ma'am, Padma ma'am, for taking this effort and patiently teaching us what we need to do as leaders. Thank you so much.